Guys, I'm back, and today I'm in the northern part of the Yorkshire Dales in the Aysgill area, and today we're going to be taking on a peak for two reasons. One, because of its name, which is Wild Boar Fell, which is pretty cool to me, and two, because this is the area. Absolutely beautiful. That is Wild Boar Fell behind, but the views are absolutely incredible. I mean, the drive on the way up is one of the most scenic routes I've taken since starting on my walking journey. So yeah, it's been pretty nice. The weather's going to be good today, so it says, not like last time in the Lake District. So yeah, it should be a nice, enjoyable, really enjoyable walk. And we've got a little surprise, hopefully, at the end. Let's crack on. We're off the main road now, and we've just passed under Aysgill Viaduct. That has a very, very beautiful house and farm at the bottom of it, and it's pretty awesome. But yeah, we're now on the trail heading up towards Wild Boar Fell, which I believe is the first peak. I think there's only a couple of peaks on this, not too much. I'm in a nice little surprise at the end. So we've arrived at some of these weird type rocks that give the feeling you're at Malham Cove, slightly, but just like a budget friendly one, if that makes sense. But yeah, we're following some trail which is literally non-existent, so hopefully we're going in the right direction. Won't be the first time I've been lost, but we'll see. So yeah, we're going to follow this, and hopefully we're going to get to this ridge line just behind my head and head all the way up then to the top. That's the plan anyways. See which one of these trails takes us there. So we have finally made it back onto the actual trail that you're supposed to do. Seems that the one that I was on isn't the proper one. This is, hence why it's marked out. But we've made it, and we're literally just going up onto the ridge now, and then that's probably where the views are really going to open up. Whew. I'm struggling with a bad knee that I've done at rugby. Whew. Still wanting to get out though. Wow, let's get to this ridge line, see what the views are like on a 360 from there. So as you can see, took the hat off, put the neck shield on just to keep a little bit warm and stop the hat from blowing off because the wind's picked up a bit. But as you can see behind, we have this beautiful little ridge line to go up. I don't believe that's the top of Wild Boar Fell. I think it's a little bit further on after that. But I mean, how beautiful is this view? Oh my God. Happy, 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 happy. I mean, I've picked a decent day. Wind, could have had none, but you can't have it all sometimes, so it is what it is. Alright, let's get up this beautiful little ridge, see how it is at the top. the wind's definitely picked up a bit. It's definitely got colder. Still shorts weather, but definitely with a jacket. Just behind where we've just come up, which I did forget to mention, there is a little bit of a windbreak, because as you can see, there's literally nothing else around, especially when you're going up to the top. So that's just a nice little bit where you can get out the wind or whatever conditions, and yeah, just relax a little bit. Whew. Right, let's crack on up this. It's nice to be shielded by the mountain from the wind for a bit. I can't wait to see these views from the top. I really can't. So this bit right here behind, as you can see going up, will be absolutely epic in the snow. How steep that is. Whew. I think if it snows next time and I can get the van up here, it's going to be a crampon and an ice axe job. So that's pretty cool. I'd like to give that a go. Wow. Right, let's crack on. So we are now at the top, what's known as the Nab. Little waypoint here, but as you've seen before in the other video when I said it'd be pretty gnarly to come up in the snow, this is what I'm talking about. Woohoo! Absolutely crazy. I mean, I'm not the best at all this snow stuff, but boy would that be good. Woo, let's have a look. Oh aye. Wow, that's insane. Right, this wind's picking up, so let's not be silly. Get away from edge. Whoa. Because the highest point I believe on this walk is either Wild Boar Fell. Not entirely sure. I'm going to give you a quick 360 of what the views are like from here, because it's absolutely insane. So that point behind was the Nab, which I'm sure they have one of them in the Lake District called that. Positive dears. Anyways, time now to head across to Wild Boar Fell, which is the whole reason why I'm here, and then we're going to be heading back onto the ridge and carrying on the walk, where I believe there is another peak. So it's 3 peaks, not 2, that says. Anyways, let's go here, check it out a little bit. So we are now at the top of Wild Boar Fell. Not seen any wild boars, but there is a windbreak, which is absolutely ideal for me to sit down and have a bit of scran now. But the view from all the way around is absolutely incredible. Bit shame it's a bit hazy looking over towards the Lake District, but I imagine when it's not, it is absolutely stunning. So let's do a quick 360. I'm going to have something to eat and crack on to the next peak. Woo! Woo! So we've now left Wild Boar Fell and we're heading back towards the ridgeline and then across, which I believe to the next peak is Swarth Fell. Not sure that's how you pronounce it, but we'll see. And it's nice when you get out of that wind because it's a little bit nippy, but then when it picks up like that, whew, Alright, let's get back to that ridge line and head straight back over towards Swarfell. Now that was awesome. Literally just as I got back to the ridge line, 2 jets coming straight through the middle. Absolutely crazy. But again, as we've come back to the ridge line, there is another windbreak here. But what I've also noticed, there is quite a few little cairns or trig points or little waypoints that people have made. And I don't know whether that's to stop you from going over the edge if the conditions are bad, but it makes for it to be pretty cool and quirky. Absolutely awesome. Right, now time to head to Swarfell, see what that's like from there. So we're at the top of Swarfell, and there's a little waypoint to let you know that you're here. There's also a little windbreak just here behind me. At the minute it's pretty useless because the wind's blowing this way and that's where the opening is. So, but the views from this point are absolutely incredible again. I mean, it is a shame that it's a bit hazy over the Lake District, but yeah, I mean, imagine on a very clear day, it's absolutely incredible. So I'm going to show you the view from what I can see today. Woo. So that was Swarfell, and now we're going to head along the ridge line and then drop back down and hopefully get towards the little surprise that I've been on about, the little icing on the cake or cherry on the cake or whatever. But yeah, wow, that wind's a little bit bitter now, but thankfully it's not as bad as it was on the last walk that I'd done. That was absolutely horrendous. Whew. Alright, let's crack on along this ridge and then go towards the last little surprise. So, I believe, I'm not entirely sure, but I believe these, if you can see them in the distance, I believe one is Whernside, and I'm pretty positive the flat plateau one in the distance is Ingleborough. Now, I'm not entirely sure on that, but how it looks exactly like the Ingleborough plateau, because it's usually pretty flat. Either that or it's Whernside, not sure. But yeah, pretty cool seeing all the other little mountains, you know, just the silhouettes of them. I love it, absolutely love it. Woo. You know, it's not a bad day, to be honest. It's really nice. That wind is pretty alright. So yeah, cope with this. So we've just come off from this side. We're now going to be heading down this side. But this is literally the boundary between North Yorkshire, as you can see on the sign behind, and then you've got Welcome to Cumbria on this side. So this is literally bang in the middle. That's the border between Cumbria and North Yorkshire. And here's a little surprise. We have arrived at Hellgill Force. I mean, there's not a lot of water passing down it today, but I would imagine in the winter times or the rainy season and that, it is absolute chaos. But I've just noticed at the top there's nothing to stop you, and that is the road that passes over it. So if the water's that strong and pulls your car over, you're dropping 30, 40 foot into this. We're going to go down, we're going to have a little look at it. How beautiful. Now can you imagine rainy season and it's absolutely bellowing straight over this. Hence why it's all probably carved out round here maybe. I'm not sure, but absolutely crazy. What a nice way to finish the walk really, yeah? Beautiful. Oh my god! Oh, literally just doing another video of the waterfall and the jet has just absolutely belted past. Oh my god, I nearly had an heart attack. Right. I mean, how much more better does it look from down here? So beautiful. So we're now at the end of my walk and we're finishing it with a double waterfall. There's one here and there's one just here. And then camper van is just behind. So it was really nice pulling up to that this morning. So yeah, that's the end of the walk, and it's been a really enjoyable one. Like I said at the start, I've been wanting to do this walk for ages just because I find the name of the hill or the mountain pretty cool and quirky. The area is beautiful, but yeah, even driving up was absolutely perfect. It was so picturesque, it was unreal. So I will be coming back up here to camp out in the van with the kids because it's unreal. It's so nice. But yeah, on the terms of the walk was absolutely spot on. Bit windy at the top, but I can put up with that. Clouds of, no clouds, clear skies, beautiful weather. Can't ask for much more than that. So on that note, if you've liked the video, don't forget, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.